In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a piece of equipment that is very crucial to those that are into live streaming, content creation, or if they work from home. The one fundamental piece of equipment that many will need for every job role, and that is indeed the webcam. Today, we're going to be taking a look into the EMEET SmartCam C9600 Ultra. It's constructed of a full aluminium shell, rocking a 1/1.5 sensor to give true 4K 30 FPS, or you can downgrade it to 1080p 60 FPS if you want more of a smoother overall camera experience. This has a aperture of 1.8 and it's also using the CMOS sensor technology to give you that best possible quality outcome even in low lighting. But everyone can read specs. It's actually time to show you what this thing can really do. But before we do that, we are going to also be testing this out against another brand. And that's by my trusty Logitech MX Brio. I've been using two of these ever since they've released on all my live streams, all my content recorded from my PC, or even all my Zoom calls. Now, while they both are very similar in different attributes, they both have the aluminium body, they both have their privacy screens, and they both push 4K 30 FPS. Now, we can all argue that the MX Brio is a wide angle, so you can see a lot more of the office, so the quality is more spread out, and the EMEET is a bit more punched in, so the quality is definitely there. But you can't just take my word for it, so what I'm going to do is jump on OBS and get both of these cameras set up so you can see the difference that both of these produce. And we're also going to test the microphone quality on each of these devices. So without further ado, let's jump over to the PC and show you what these can do. Okay, so we're back to the PC and I'm actually using the EMEET camera itself and the microphones built in. Now, apparently there's two microphones on this, so hopefully it's picking up my voice quite clearly and it sounds pretty decent. I don't know this until after the fact of the editing, so hopefully I don't have to re-record this. Now, as you can see, this is the quality of the EMEET. It is very high quality. So the settings for this camera, the resolution is coming in at 3840 by 2160, which is 4K quality for the webcam. We've got the highest FPS video format of any. The color space is Rec 709. It is on color range full and auto detecting buffering. This is the straight out of the box kind of quality that you are going to get from this webcam straight away. Now let's jump over to the MX Brio and see the difference in not only the audio quality but also the camera quality. And now we're over onto the Logitech MX Brio, also using the microphones from the webcam themselves. So again, hopefully it doesn't sound too distorted or horrible. I don't know until after the fact of editing. But as you can see, this is a wide angle field. You can see a lot more of the office. You can see a lot more behind me. So it's a bit more of a talking point and it shows a bit more around me while actually in game or in live streams or whatever I'm doing, whether it's working from home in a Zoom call, it shows a bit more. I will say though, for the settings for this, it only goes up to 1920 by 1080. It didn't give me the actual resolution to go any higher than that, so that's not even at full 4K. And I'm using the Logitech USB cable it came with, so I don't know what's going on there, but it won't give me the option to go any higher. So really, it's not even true 4K. So that's probably where the quality loss is happening as of now. I, for some reason, cannot even hit 4K on this camera, but the rest of it is the highest FPS. We've got the video format at any. We've got the color space at Rec 709. The color range is full and auto detect again for the buffering. So while all the settings are the same, this is the difference in the camera quality. Again, we're going to go back to the EMEET so you can see the difference straight away from wide angle to closer up. Now we are on the EMEET camera, again using the microphones from that camera. So fingers crossed, it sounds good. But as you can see, it's a lot more tighter, it's a lot more pushed in, but then you do get higher quality with that. Unfortunately, for some reason, the MX Brio doesn't even let me get to 4K, so I can't even give that a conclusive result. So for me, it's the EMEET that's going to win on this round, and hopefully even the audio. So after using both the EMEET SmartCam C960 Ultra and the Logitech MX Brio, I honestly think the choice comes down to whether you'll actually benefit from what the Logitech offers, because on paper they are very similar. Both shooting in 4K, both can record in 1080p at 60 FPS, both have fast autofocus, HDR and noise reducing microphones. If you just looked at the spec sheet, you'd expect them to perform pretty closely. But then you look at the price. The EMEET comes in at around £83, while the MX Brio is closer to £220. That's roughly a £137 difference, so the Logitech has a lot more to prove. In good lighting, I was genuinely impressed with how good the EMEET is. It's sharp, autofocus is quick, colours look great, and for Zoom calls, streaming and content creation, it delivers far more than I definitely expected at that price point. Now, while the MX Brio still could be classed as the overall better webcam because there is more of that wider angle image, the skin tones are more natural, low light performance is noticeably clearer, and Logitech software gives you much more control if you are trying to dial in your image, with also having the Logitech ecosystem. But unless unless you're someone who's going to take advantage of those features every day, the difference isn't as dramatic as the price suggests. If I was going to be buying a webcam purely for work calls, YouTube, or general content creation, I'd save the money and definitely go for the EMEET. It gives you the vast majority of what the MX Brio offers for well under half the price. If you are going to go full time, stream regularly, or want the absolute best image with most control, then the MX Brio probably is still the better choice. But for most people, I would definitely say the EMEET is the better buy. And that's simply because its value for money is incredibly hard to beat. But of course, everyone has a personal preference, and I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. But either way, if you want to check out this camera, I will leave it linked in the description so you can go and check out their range of many different webcams that EMEET do. They are a very well-known brand. They also have some pretty cool bots that follow you around in movement and stuff, so maybe we can get our hands on one of those and test that too. If you have any further questions about the EMEET Smart Cam, please let me know in the comments below so I can get back to you with a valuable answer and hopefully answer the question you have. But other than that, see you all next time. Thank you again to EMEET for sending out this camera. And as always, they haven't seen this video beforehand, so they have not had any input, but they did send out the product. But either way, until next time.